and see what the polls are pointing to as Washington as well. And I caught up with him a little earlier for a take on how all of this is looking. Bruce is well plugged in with the Democratic campaign on where things are going in some of these battleground states. So, Bruce, what's the mail you're getting? How comfortable, how confident are the Democrats on election eve?
Well, I think they're much more confident than they were a week ago, not taking anything for granted. But I think the sense is that all things being equal, particularly after the FBI back down, Hillary should have a reasonable win on the night.
And there's been a big early voter turnout. More than 40 million have already cast their ballots, and we're seeing amongst that a big turnout for the Latino vote. This has been talked about for years and years.
Yes.
But it's really coming to play a significant factor in this election.
Well, it's been growing for years and years as the population of Hispanics has grown. But, of course, Donald Trump has given them every reason under the sun to come out and vote on election day, and they are doing that. For example, in the state of Nevada, the Democrats are quite confident that they're going to win that state now on the back of Latino votes. Similarly, in Arizona, they're competitive because of that.
And Florida too.
And Florida particularly. Now, the word I'm getting from inside the Democratic campaign is that Florida is a very, very real show for Hillary on the day.
Because the polls are right on a knife edge in Florida. And if, of course, Hillary Clinton can win that, Donald Trump's basically out of the race.
Yes.
So could the Hispanic vote actually, in many ways, be the decisive factor in this election?
Yes, ironically, for Trump, I think that could well be the case. The black vote is not as strong as it was because we don't have a black candidate running for the presidency like we have on the last two occasions. But the Hispanics are coming out in great numbers, and frankly, he's been provoking them ever since he ran for the primaries.
This shouldn't be a surprise to the Republicans. I mean, I remember 2-3 elections ago, all the talk about the Republicans need to find a way to reach out to the Hispanic vote. They've just not done that.
They have not done that, and this is one of the big things that I think the Republicans are going to have to grapple with after the election, assuming that there is a comfortable Clinton win. How do they go out and re-engage not only with the Hispanic vote, but also with black voters too? Remember, before 1964 in the Civil Rights Bill, blacks voted about 60% Republican. That was the party.
That's not that long ago.
Not that long ago, 50 years ago.
Now, get out the vote. Tomorrow, of course, I mean, there's been a big early vote, but still the bulk will vote tomorrow. Huge logistical exercise, but really important for both sides to get out their vote. How do you think both sides have gone?
Wow, this is going to be really amazing. I mean, I think in the case of Trump, they're going to be driven by their sheer enthusiasm. They don't have the same sort of organisation on the ground, but there is military-style precision inside the Democrat camp, and this is what they've been doing for the last few elections. You'll be surprised to hear that it'll probably be about 2 million people working on campaigns between the two parties, 1 million for the Democrats, 1 million for the Republicans. That means they'll be going out and they'll still be knocking on doors tomorrow. My son worked in Virginia 4 years ago for the Obama campaign. Every day they're ringing, and by the last few days they're ringing every hour to make sure that people have voted. They get cars to take them to the polling places. They've got lawyers at the polling places to make sure there are no issues. They'll stand in line for people who have got to go and do other things while they're waiting. It is incredibly well organised.
And this idea that there might be a large, particularly white working class vote that hasn't been registered in the polls that may turn out for Donald Trump because they're just sick of it. They're sick of the system. They want change.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I think those people are pretty motivated, though, and I suspect that it probably has already started to show in polling intentions and voting intentions. But this is a big issue for the Democratic Party. They're going to have to grapple with this issue. They have lost contact with, the angry white male. The traditional working class voter in the United States is not really voting for Democrats in the numbers that they have in the past. They're going to have to make a big effort to re-engage with that traditional base.
Not long to go now until we see the results. Bruce Hawker, thank you.
Pleasure.